Welcome back to Balderdash Academy. Our points are, in last place, we have our current reigning champion of Nate with 50 points. Next, we have Molly with 75. We have Steve with 110. I have 130. And in the lead, we have Marie with 150 points. It's time for our final pop quiz of the night. This pop quiz is from the head of Home Ec and Wellness, Professor Marie Stewart-Harmon. Marie?
Hello, everybody. So grateful to be here with you all. I was out plant shopping with my husband at a local plant shop here in South Portland, and there was a woman that came into the plant place and was very frustrated with one of the employees. And she was, well, it's all brown and it's dead. And all I could hear the employee saying was, deadheading, 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 deadheading. And my husband was like, I don't even know what deadheading is. So faculty members, could you pository for me what perhaps could deadheading mean? Molly, I saw your hand first.
Right, of course, many people would foolishly believe that it's just like nipping off the spent flowers on plants, but it is actually making sure that you get a little Grateful Dead action to your plants. There's nothing like a little ripple or American Beauty to really get your plants growing. I think I've said this before on the tomato plant question, but you've really got to play them some tunes. And tie-dye not required, but encouraged.
Thank you, Professor McGill. Nate, I think I also saw your hand go up.
Yes, deadheading is something that it's not done a lot, but you get little figurines to put in your garden, and it can be anything ranging from zombies to monsters to anything that's scary, because you want to instill a little scare into the plants, because the adrenaline that they get from the chloroform adrenaline really perks them up, and it kind of it helps them catch a second life there.
Don't die, don't die. Okay, yeah,
exactly.
I could see how a zombie could really put some fear into some plants. Coach Steve, what about you? I know you're mostly out there on the courts, but what would you do? What does deadheading mean to you?
Here's what I think it means. Marie, if I'm not mistaken, this place you went to buy the plants was near a cemetery, right?
It is near a cemetery, yes.
Okay. So deadheading, from my experience, is, well, let me explain to you this way. I'm a big roller coaster enthusiast. Jeff is a big mountain enthusiast. I keep track of all the roller coasters I've been to, all the amusement parks I've been to. I'm very into that kind of stuff. And Jeff, of course, is keeping track of all the different mountains he's been on of a certain height. There are people who like to experience all these different things and keep track of them. Well, a deadheading is, of course, when you try and visit all the graveyards in a certain county. So he, of course, was making his way through Cumberland County trying to hit every cemetery. And to qualify, you have to at least be in there for 5 minutes, and you have to scratch a pencil on a piece of paper over someone's name, and so you can bring that home and put it on your wall. He got a little lost, ended up in the plant store, and that's why people were calling him out.
Got it. Yeah. There is a cemetery right next to Broadway Gardens here. Headmaster Bob, what about you? Do you have any idea what deadheading means?
I do. I do a lot of gardening. My wife loves gardening. Deadheading is something that we do every year. It's actually from the French. It's an American translation, an English translation of the French guillotine de tête, which means cut off the head. And what you do is you place your dead flower heads in a guillotine, pull the rope, and then celebrate the fall of the regime.
Yes. Yeah, these are some really good answers. So we've got Molly. We've sung "Come Sail Away" to some tomato plants. You feel that getting some Grateful Dead into these plants is the way to help keep them alive. Nate, you think scare tactics with tiny monstoric figurines, putting the fear of health into the plants. Cemetery hunting there for you, Steve. And the guillotine de tête, is that correct?
Guillotine de tête, yeah.
Yeah, all right. These are all really good answers, and I had been perplexed about this. Jeff, what do you, of all of these answers, what do you think?
Well, I'm thinking right now, because I have like 4 Jerry Garcia ties in my collection, and we talked about the Dead. Ollie's going to have to pick up at least 25 points with the Grateful Dead reference, okay?
Yeah, my man.
However,
Yeah.
I will do this. I'm going to have to throw something out at Nate because I'm a big zombie movie fan. And by the way, bringing up the zombie reference with Shaun of the Dead and Zombieland, of course, the Zombieland feature, he's got to get 10 points.
Love
Awesome.
Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead.
Wonderful. These have all been really, really good answers. Thank you all, faculty, for your input. Molly, you did touch on what it is. Deadheading, especially plants like petunias, they grow very quickly, and when the ends get really sad and brown, you pull them out like so. Very simple. It has now been deadheaded, and now a new blossom will grow there. And who doesn't like big blooms? Am I right?
I love
Deadheading.
big blooms, and I cannot lie.
On an unrelated note, Bob will be stripping later.
To these big blooms.
Got it. Big bloomers, maybe. Our next game is called Technically Correct. So I will read a description of a movie that is technically correct. Our faculty members will all come up with answers as fast as possible and present it one by one. Jeff will award points based on the answers he likes best. Our first description. Our first movie is about a man who uses manipulation and psychological abuse to seduce a woman. So our first movie is a man who uses manipulation and psychological abuse to seduce a woman. Let's go with Steve. What's your answer?
Beauty and the Beast.
Good answer. Beauty and the Beast. Marie, what do you have?
Beauty and the Beast, A Christmas Story.
Yeah, you gotta be specific. I forgot.
Nate, what do you have?
X-Men Days of Future Past.
All right, X-Men Days of Future Past. Molly, what's your answer?
It's a great one. What about Bob?
What about me? So we have
Nice.
Steve with Beauty and the Beast, Marie with Beauty and the Beast, A Christmas Story. We have Nate with X-Men Days of Future Past, and Molly with What About Bob? The answer was Taming of the Shrew. So Taming of the Shrew. Jeff, how would you like to score that?
First of all, I'm giving Molly 10 points because one of my best friends' name is Bob. And you know what I love about Bob? You can spell it forward and backwards, and it still spells the same way. Bob.
Palindrome.
Palindrome.
Let's go with Steve is going to get the most points out of this. Steve, I'm giving you 25 points because I just love watching Beauty and the Beast with my 10-year-old. Be a guest. I'm not going to 25 points, baby. Marie, keep it going.
25 points to Steve. All right.
Do the rest.
Or manners to the test or something?
Our next movie is a newly engaged couple have a breakdown which leads to their lives being changed forever. Nate, what do you have?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes!
Rocky Horror Picture Show. Molly, I saw your hand up. What was it?
The Money Pit.
Money Pit. All right, Marie, what do you have?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And Steve, what do you got?
Muppets Treasure Island.
Muppets Treasure Island. So we have Nate with Rocky Horror Picture Show. We have Marie with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We have Molly with the Money Pit. And we have Steve with Muppet Treasure Island going for that whole Tim Curry vibe. Yep. So all good answers. The correct answer was Nate's. It is about the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Awesome.
Jeff, what's your call on it? What's your score?
Nate's getting 50 points if he can sing one of the songs from the Rocky Horror Picture Show right now.
I was in the play, so sure. I can see the flag fly, I can see the rain, still the same. There has got to be. That was the first one that in the show play. I don't even know if that one was in the movie, but.
Okay, so 50 points goes to Nate. All right.
Yeah.
50 points to Nate.
Get 10 out of this because anytime you reference an Angelina Jolie movie, you're all right with me.
Yeah, it's so good. And to be
10
honest,
for
at the
Marie.
beginning of the movie, when they are in couples therapy, they can't figure out when they've been married. So they could be freshly engaged.
Technically correct.
It's a reach. It's a reach. It's a reach.
All right, our third movie is the story of a man who inspects a woman and finds a hole. It's the story of a man who inspects a woman and finds a hole. Nate, what do you have?
Patch Adams.
Patch Adams. Molly?
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say my name?
Yes, I did.
That was really good, Nick.
Oh, no.
Overboard.
Overboard. Nate is kicking himself. Steve, what do you have?
I'm just gonna go with the film Holes.
Holes and Marie.
Minority Report.
Minority Report.
I need to change
So
my
there
answer.
is a reason why Nate is kicking himself. So Nate had Patch Adams, Molly Overboard, Steve Holes, Marie Minority Report. The answer of the story of a man who inspects a woman and finds a hole is what, Nate?
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
You finally did it, Bob. You finally did it.
How would you like to score that?
Because I almost fell off my chair and started laughing with the Patch Adams answer, I'm going to name 25.
Yeah.
25 for, you said?
I'll give him 25. Why not? Bob, you gave him 5.
25. All right. And our final movie is the touching story of a single mother who fights to protect her children from gun-toting aliens. It's the story of a single mother who fights to protect her children from gun-toting aliens. Molly, what's your answer?
Oh my God. What's that movie with the bird and they had to wear the mask? Bird. Come on.
The box?
Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Wait, for mine, I'm gonna mime a movie, and you guys have to say it too.
Steve, what's your answer?
I'll go with Lost in Space.
Lost in Space. Marie.
The Lion King.
Lion King.
Mufasa dies.
Nate, what do you got?
I'm going to, rather than giving a good answer, I'm just going to give the worst one I can think of, which is Bambi.
Bambi.
Hunters, they're like
Because the mom dies right at the beginning.
That's a total.
All right.
She's a single mom for like a minute.
So, a single mother fights to protect her children from gun-toting aliens. Molly said Bird Box. Steve said Lost in Space. Marie said The Lion King. Nate said Bambi. The actual answer was Aliens.
Okay, nice work, Bob.
So, Aliens. And, Jeff, how would you like to score that?
I'm trying to figure out with the aliens in the Bambi sequel.
Bambi 2. Yeah.
That was Bambi, A Christmas Story.
I'm paying 20 points because one of my all-time favorite Disney characters is Thumper because I shake my leg all the time.
That works. That works. Bambi gets 20 points. So, that's the end of Technically Correct, which leads us to today's moral. So, after listening to the interview, after listening to all of us play games, after laughing together and having a good time, it's very clear what the takeaway for tonight's show is, and it's simply this. Don't get your Quam King on.
Squirrel.
It's not a good
So,
idea.
Jeff, thank you for joining us tonight. We hope that you had fun. I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
What I want to do now is I want to let you know who won. So,
I thought you got math, so how do you count this up so quickly?
so I have people who do it for me. They're called interns, and Alan is very good at this. So, Molly right now is in last place with 100 points.
Great.
Next, we have myself with 130 points. We have Steve Corning with 135. So now we have Nate or Marie. So which one is currently our champion? Is it the reigning champion? No, it's Marie. Nate has 155 points. Our new reigning champion is Marie with 160 points. Congratulations,
Thanks,
our
Jeff.
new reigning champion.
I've never been a champion. Yay!
Her first win. Thank you for watching Balderdash Academy. I'm your headmaster, Bob LeBlanc. Joining me tonight was Professor of English Language Arts, Molly McGill.
See ya.
Head of Home Ec and Wellness, Professor Marie Stewart-Harmon.
Champion!
Coach of the Balderdash Academy Dashers, Steve Corning.
We'll get him next time.
Former head of guidance and the new head of STEAM for Balderdash Academy, Professor Nate Green.
Steam ahead.
And our visiting professor, Jeff Peterson of WGME and Fox 23 in Portland, Maine. Check him out tomorrow on Good Day Maine and on both as news anchor. Again, if you have the opportunity, check for the links in the description so you can donate to many of the charities that we have listed there for this episode. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Thanks, Jeff.
Why have just one version of After Hours Life with me? Let's pull out all the stops and go on vacation and eat toast, go to work and file stuff, and hey, try living with me while dating me during a zombie apocalypse. Find out what we're talking about all in the next episode of Balderdash Academy.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. You can find us on your favorite podcast service as Balderdash Academy. Go Dashers!